We have a non-governmental organization, but before then, let's engage CBN. Let's hear from you. Since there is a letter, we don't need to be too rigid. But again, we want to see the CBN governor. But for the purpose of the fact that the deputy governor have written a letter, you can sit there and make your presentation. Yes. Ministry of Justice. Why is Ministry of Justice? Who are you? You are ruled out of order. We want minister by 10 tomorrow. We must be firm and ensure that institution established by National Assembly must respect the National Assembly. So thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, the Honorable Chairman, this ad hoc committee, and also good afternoon, honorable members of the committee. I would like to start by appreciating the chairman and the members, honorable members of the committee, for at least inviting us and also for accepting the apologies of the governor, who is unavoidably absent because of the statutory monetary policy meeting is attending. We received the invitation, and there are questions. Before I go to the questions, let me say CBN, as a banker to the federal government, has responsibility of opening all accounts for ministries, departments, and agencies, with the exception of few ones that have exemption from TSA. The process for opening the account requires a mandate from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. So once we receive that mandate, we perform all the necessary verification to confirm that this mandate is actually coming from the Office of the Accountant General, because they had introduced signatories and approving officer to us. So once we confirm that, we have some internal procedures too, which we follow to open those accounts, including segregation of duties. The department that receive the mandate, verify the mandate is different from the department that actually does the actual account opening. And those accounts, there is difference between opening them and operating them. After opening those accounts, before any agency operate any account, you must submit also through the Office of the Accountant General. We do not have any direct engagement with any ministry, department, and agency for account opening, for closing of account, for change of account nomenclature, except through the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. So the Accountant General of the Federation received the mandate from the agency, then send us his own mandate authorizing us to open account or to close account or to change the nomenclature of an account. So that has been the established procedure. So before an account is operated also, the agency will write to Office of the Accountant General requesting for signature mandate cards, so that the agency's signatories will complete that mandate card and submit to CBN, but through the Office of the Accountant General. The approving officer, who is also the chief executive officer of the agency, will have to be introduced by the signatories of those accounts. Once it's introduced, he has to submit a copy of his appointment letter. He has to submit his identity card. He has to submit his passport photograph, among other things, before you can operate that account. So with this background, permit me to answer all the questions that were written in the letter of the invitation. Number one is details of account operated by Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council. On the 30th of July, 2025, we received a mandate dated 29 July 2025 from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, authorizing Central Bank of Nigeria to open on the 30th July 2025, we received the mandate, but the mandate has a date on it that has July 29, 2025. And I have submitted our response. A copy of the mandate is also attached to our response. Yeah, so we received the mandate to authorizing us to open 2 accounts. One is US dollar domiciliary account. The other one is GBP domiciliary account for Presidential Economic Advisory Council / Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council. Based on that mandate, we did the normal verification to confirm the genuineness of the mandate and also process the account opening, and 2 accounts were actually opened: domiciliary account, $1 account, £1 account for the Presidential Economic Advisory Council / Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council World Summit. However, since usually when we open the account, we also advise OAGF through a letter that this account had actually been opened so that he can inform the agency directly. So after opening this account, we did not receive any correspondence to collect signature mandate cards, or were not introduced of who is the authorizing officers or who is the approving officers. We were not introduced with that. Based on that, those accounts remain inactive with 0 balance and have never been operated. Those 2 accounts have never been operated. On the second question, the details of the account, of course, because we attach the statement of the account number is there, the currency detail is there, the one that is USD, the one that is the account name is also on the statement that we have attached. So those details are already there. On the second question, record of foreign exchange allocations, remittances, and approvals made to or by the council. Like I said, the account have never been operated. As a result, there have not been any foreign exchange allocation to the council from CBN. There have not been any remittances into those 2 accounts. There have not been approvals, because even the approvals have not been, the authority have not been established for those that will operate the account. So there was no transaction made to or by the council throughout the period from August when it was opened till today when we generated the statement. The details of financial inflow, I think I've mentioned this, that's number 3 question. The account had maintained 0 balance from inception to date. The accounts have maintained 0 balance from inception to date and have never recorded any inflow or outflow. The statement of account is attached. Number 4 question on the evidence of compliance with CBN circular. Like I mentioned, where you need to comply, first of all agencies, including those that made mistake, to write directly to CBN. We always reply them that you have to go through Office of the Accountant General. So the circular where we came in is largely before you operate an account. We have a checklist which you must comply. So this account has not conducted any transaction throughout the council has not conducted any transaction through the accounts and had no direct correspondence with the Central Bank of Nigeria regarding the operation of the accounts. We didn't have any direct correspondence with them. On the information on risk assessment, KYC, due diligence conducted on entities engaged by the council. Because the council were not, the accounts were not operated. We do not have any need.
CBN, I think you have answered us.
Yes, I've answered.
Because all of the other questions you will be rolling to the fact that the account is unoperational.
Yes.
And let me save your time to say that thank you for presentation. But we have one other issue.
Thank you, Chair.
Does CBN superintend and overlook over all accounts operated by banks in Nigeria?
Okay, yes, we...
Not to know whether money, that's not where I'm heading to.
Okay,
assuming I have an account in Fidelity Bank,
yes.
Will CBN know that I have an account in that bank?
Yes, but I will explain in 1 minute. Yeah, we have what we call industry customer account database. We have industry customer account database. So CBN mandated all banks, immediately they open account, to submit details of those bank accounts to Nigeria Interbank Settlement System, NIPS. So NIPS consolidate that, and that is why when you are making payment, even though once you put the account number, you now see the account name. So CBN has that access to that database.
So in short, you have access to database of accounts that are open with other banks?
Through BBN portal. Yes, bank verification number.
Including agencies of government who have account with our own Zenith Bank, GT Bank, Fidelity Bank. If they open, you will have access to the database through the instrument you mentioned.
Through BBN and through NIPS. Yes.
Okay. We want to put it to you that CBN should provide us with all information regarding to the presidential promotion, is it investment, intervention promotion council, as well as presidential economic advisory council. These are the two agencies we are investigating. So if we have CBN under the superintendent of the National Assembly, and you are here, it is an instruction of the National Assembly on behalf of the entire Nigerian people that from here till Thursday, we want details of account activities. I know CBN, if you discover that they have account with other banks, you can write to those banks to provide details of that account statement to you within 2 hours, 3 hours, that will be provided. So we rule that the CBN governor should provide this committee before Thursday the details of all financial transactions of Presidential Foreign Intervention or Investment Promotion Council as well as Presidential Economic Council from the day of the opening of the account to the last day. This is the ruling of the committee. That is one request. Any other thing, honorable members?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Cynthia.
Yes, sir.
Apart from the confirmation by the Office of the Accountant General, do you require any other document? For example, don't you require an enabling act for a new government entity as part of the documents for opening that account? You said you require one authorization from the Office of the Accountant General. Don't you require also an act authorizing the creation of that entity. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. So currently, we do not require any additional document. We believe the Office of the Accountant General has that responsibility. So we do not. I say currently, sir, we do not require such document, but I believe Office of the Accountant General keeps those documents, because when they are writing to us, they are only writing to us a mandate, single paper, listing the accounts that need to be opened. In this particular case, if you notice with what we have given you as evidence, they are actually 4 accounts. But because our conversation is only on this council, that's why we mentioned 2. But actually, there are 4 accounts on that list. The remaining 2 have nothing to do with this council. They are for another agency. So that's what we do today. Yes, yes.
Chairman, I will reserve my question for the Accountant General when it comes.
Thank you. In a small rider, as an agency, we need details. We equally need details of all finances accounts opened by the suspected Director General of that agency.
Okay. The agency and his personal
and
account.
the personal account of that person. Yes, plus the 2 officers who will give you their name that they say is with the police. One David and one Mrs. Agobe or something. So we'll furnish you with those. Clerk Secretariat will give your staff the 2 additional names, so that while we get the details of financial transactions by the agency, we should equally get the details of financial transactions by the individuals that are working in that agency. So thank you. That's the ruling. And be that as it may, I think you are part of the National Assembly in this case. So you are going to help us to unveil a lot of things. All the suspicions of money paid, money not paid, I think if we get those evidences, it will guide this committee in the right direction. But please, it should not exceed Thursday, so that it enables us to conclude, and even if it is preliminary report that we'll present to the National Assembly, we do that. Extend our greeting to the CBN, but tell him, we need him if you are coming with the, sometimes courtesy is very important. Very, very important. If you come without him, I will ask you to go back with the evidences. We don't need it. And you know where we can hammer. We can equally get back at you. On a lighter mood, before the journalists will say, right on the threatened CBN. You know they like giving captions that, on a lighter mood I say, I'm not abusing you, I say on a lighter mood. You have red eye, I have red eye too. Thank you.